Hey guys, Crave here with a video on Remnant from the Ashes. Now, there's probably a lot of videos out there for this, but I still happen upon pub games that have some difficulty with the final boss. But I figure adding one more will help get the word out. If this helps one or two people, then that's great. So here's a guide that will allow you to finish the Dreamer on your own, or at least help if you happen upon it when joining a friend's game or a public game. Now, if you just want to watch the solo playthrough, I'll show the timestamp of where you can jump to it on this video. Otherwise, I'll quickly go over the important bits of dealing with the final boss. So there are two phases when going against the final boss. The first one is the Dreamer phase, and the second one is the Nightmare phase. Now, phase 1 is pretty straightforward, as with any other boss encounter in the game. Just basically bring the boss's health to 0. There are 4 things to watch out though for in phase 1, and that's the missile attack, the ground attack, the whirlwind attack he does where he sometimes sucks you in, sometimes he doesn't, and of course the adds that he also spawns. And that's really it for phase 1. You just have to manage the missile attack, basically avoid it. The ground attack, also avoid it. The whirlwind thing where he sometimes sucks you in and sometimes he doesn't, you just have to avoid it. And of course, the ads you see, if you can avoid them or kill them, then that's pretty much it for phase 1. Now, once that's over and the Dreamer's health is down to 0, you are shown a short cutscene where the Dreamer transforms into the Nightmare. And that's officially phase number 2. Now, in phase 2, there's this bit where he teleports you if you're solo, or it could be anyone in your group if it's a group effort, and you get ported into the Nightmare Zone or the Nightmare Realm. But before getting into that, there are 2 things that I'd like for you to watch out for in the general Nightmare phase, or that phase where you're basically just staring at the Nightmare boss and he's doing his attacks on you. Now, the first thing you want to worry about is his boulder type missile attack. Now, these are multiple boulders that he hurls at you, and it's basically a one-shot thing if you get hit by all of them. And the second thing you want to worry about is the ads that he will spawn. So while you're running around wondering why you can't damage the Nightmare boss, these are 2 things that you have to watch out for. Now, I just want to mention, like I said, you're wondering why you can't damage the Nightmare boss. Now, until you are ported into the Nightmare Realm or Nightmare Zone, there's no point wasting your ammo on the boss. So, while the Nightmare hovers above the air, throwing things at you or has his ass going for you, just manage the whole situation. Now, when you get ported into the Zone or the Nightmare Realm, this is the window of opportunity. You have to kill as many of the ads as possible while inside. Each ad you kill provides a damage buff which allows you to damage the Nightmare when you exit the zone. You can see that counter just below your health bar building up as you kill more ads inside the Nightmare zone. Now, being inside the Nightmare Realm isn't just that. You have to manage a zone-wide damage tick which can be countered by Bloodwords. I'm not sure whether you need the trait which increases the healing you receive, but basically using a Bloodword helps to counter it. You also have to deal with the increasing number of mobs from within. So, bringing up your damage stacks or your damage buff as high as you can is something you have to work for, but at the same time, you have to look out for basically whether you can still manage the whole situation. So, make sure that you have the portal to exit the zone nearby, that's my suggestion. And then, once you think you have enough stacks of the damage buff, you can then exit the Nightmare Realm. Once you exit the Nightmare Zone, you're going to see the Nightmare boss again. From experience, he tends to target you or the person who exits the Nightmare Realm with his boulder attacks, so basically just watch out for it. When you have a clear shot, do all the damage you can deal to the boss while you have the damage buff. This will deal some damage to him but eventually also expose the Dreamer, which you were fighting in phase 1, and when that happens, keep unloading all the damage you can unload until you can no longer see the big numbers flying in your screen. That means your attacks will mean nothing to it again. When that happens, it's just a matter of waiting for the next person, or if you're solo, you just have to wait for the next teleport again to be brought into the Nightmare Realm, and again repeat the whole thing where you have to kill as many ads inside the realm to get the damage buff, and once you exit, unload on the boss. So basically, you just keep doing that until the Nightmare boss goes down. After that, you'll be treated to a short cutscene that finishes the campaign. And that's pretty much it. So I hope this helps a number of those who've been having trouble with the final boss for Remnant, which is a pretty awesome game. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll talk to you soon.